Budget Bits.
I swear. Where are these idiots? I can't do a podcast without them, but it's so hard to find help.
We're here! We're here! I'm good! Over here. Tyler's coming. He's right behind me.
Well, yeah, have a seat. Let's get to it.
I've
been starving. I've been here for 10 minutes.
There he is.
Oh,
He's ready to go.
Hello, lads.
I think we hit the valet on the way in.
So ready for
He
this
could be
dinner
dead.
party.
it's so nice to get fancy with you guys.
We've got to tell Marcus when he gets here. Speaking of Marcus,
How are we going to start a
Where is
podcast without him?
we need him.
Where's our opening man?
I mean, we can't start Budget Bits without an amazing open bit.
And our voiceover, the voice of Budget Bits.
Yeah, the voice. We need it.
We need Tortellini.
I think he was getting code red. Ring the bell.
Should we call him?
Call him in.
Should we call him?
Colin.
Is this a code red situation?
Code red.
Call him now!
Did you ring, Jones?
Marcus!
Sorry.
He's coming now.
Sorry, I didn't know you all would be here. This is my side job. I'm filling in for my friend Cassie. Don't mind me. Yes.
Well, I'm glad you're here, Marcus.
Yes. I'm quite glad to be here. Dylan,
Welcome.
Tyler,
So,
Justin,
Hey.
me. Can I interest you in a nice cup, or at least glass of Mountain Dew Code?
Cherry wines, yeah?
Code.
Fancy
sparkly.
and gamer.
Yeah, I'm parched. Can I have some, please?
Yes. So what's the occasion?
This.
This is our 10th episode.
Oh.
Oh,
This is big times.
We've saved some money. We put some money back. We're treating ourselves.
Yeah. Ooh.
To the bubbly stuff.
Oh gosh, can I have some still?
To the brim, I guess.
Yeah.
Dylan's
not driving, if you know what I'm saying.
Can I interest you in Mrs. Truffles' tortellini?
No.
It's the specialty.
No, we're already past that. We're already past that once, and I did it again.
Can I also interest
Can't
you in
handle
the...
the carbs.
Well, how about a nice appetizer, like the Katana Zero Special, or the Pummel Party cheese sticks?
I hate the pumpkin parties, the cheese sticks. No.
Are you
Those sound delightful.
No, I hate them.
Yeah, they
I'm a
sound
fan.
great. I'm a big
Oh,
fan. I have a feeling
Wow.
they'll screw over Justin though.
Well, you know
yeah,
what?
I know I
Here.
wouldn't get any
No,
cheese
trade
sticks.
to me the glasses.
Oh, okay, sounds good. Yeah, this is what we do.
Yes, papers, please.
Uh-huh.
This is quite the spread, Marcus. You worked really hard on this.
Cups, please. Yes, give me your glass, please.
No, wait, is that the
perfect
perfect
amount.
amount?
Short
Holy
amount
cow.
for the short guy.
Beautiful. I can tell this is your side job.
It's almost like we planned
Yeah,
this.
that's not just screw
Hey,
that.
what is
Well-
that, 15 ounce can? 16 ounce?
Well, I'm not allowed to
Bottom.
anyway.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So,
Sparkling.
sorry. Let's
Cheers,
move
cheers,
on.
folks.
Cheers.
Cheers to the 10th episode.
Yes,
10th episode.
Budget Bits.
Woo! Over the mic, Coach Macho.
Budget Bits.
We saved so much money.
We saved so much money. We can afford the big bottle
Finally.
of Code
Yeah,
Red.
we had Code Red imported. Specifically from the
Straight-
mountains.
From the mountains too.
Yes.
Straight from the Dollar of Generals.
From the middle of nowhere.
Yes, from the mountains.
It's like,
Yes,
it's
sorry.
like we're on a Piku Niku.
Oh my gosh. Well, now I'm starving after that one. What are we eating, Marcus?
What is for dinner?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because we're having a little bit of a pizza party. Not from our friend Chub Boy, but you can go ahead and open your...
Can you be Chuck Boy?
Yes.
Pizza rolls?
What? Fancy.
I love pizza rolls.
This is like eating your children, kind of.
Well,
Listen,
that's
What a wild thing to
they're
say.
unfertilized, all right?
Well, this is getting weird.
Deep fried Italian gushers are delicious.
Mm.
Oh,
These are
absolutely.
These are so good for my heart.
Why are they chewy?
We buy it with the money we save. Through all the money we saved from buying games.
Yeah,
That's
while,
what I
while all our other friends were spending $60 on retail,
Yeah, move over Call of Duty. Move
Oh,
over $60.
no.
we can afford college now.
Yeah, exactly. Well, community.
Yeah, well,
Man, these are probably the best Italian gushers I've ever had.
Yeah, those are pretty good.
How much were these worth?
the snack that's
Well, between the bubbly and the meal, all for $10.
What?
Yes, for $10.
Pretty sure the receipt said $3.99.
either
Tax. In this economy?
in this economy.
That is taxed.
Sure.
Ah.
These are gross.
These are These are the worst things.
I'm
They're not
dying.
good pizza rolls.
They're not good.
The sparkling wine is delicious.
I'm drinking.
Nice Malbec. Yes.
Yes.
I think I would give these Italian gushers a 2 out of 10.
2 out of 10 bits.
Edible.
Mm.
No bits. Do not
He's
recommend.
angry.
No,
Do not recommend.
Dylan, how about you? What would
What
you rate this meal?
Gotta give it a 3 out of 10.
I'm definitely not gonna finish.
The 3 is just the Mountain Dew, actually. Because it was imported, of course. Fancy.
My boy Justin.
I'm thinking a 4 out of 10, mostly just because of the drink. Yeah,
True,
the
true.
pizza roll's kind of like,
Mm.
it would have been a 5 out of 10 if it was just the drink. But I think the pizza roll's actually brought it down a point. Or the
Well-
gushers, the Italian gushers.
Well, it's funny because I was going to give this an 8 out of 10, but you all convinced me to change my mind. I give it a 5.
I go back. Marcus, did you eat all yours already?
Wait, we didn't get an ID check. I'm not legal.
Barely legal.
With the kind of money you're rolling on, you're
Who
legal.
cares?
Who cares?
I'm above the law.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Budget Bits, the podcast dedicated to highlighting the best video game bits for your budget. I'm one of your co-hosts, Marcus.
And I'm Dylan Lakes and very confused.
I'm your fancy boy, Tyler.
I'm your pizza roll guy, Justin Birchfield.
It's our 10th episode.
Celebrations.
Longest
All
intro ever.
Today's episode will be broken down into 2 separate parts. Part 1, we will be recapping our experience with the oh-so-wonderful horror game that literally took all the rage and fear to the nth degree for me. Labyrinthine.
Still not sure. Good
And
game.
then in part number 2, not episode 2, that was months ago. In part 2, Justin, Dylan, and I will be pitching games to Tyler for judging, which, by the way, you the people have spoken, we've all chosen party games to pitch.
I think we're ready.
Alright.
You want to get?
What?
Do we want to get more comfortable though? I think we're done eating.
I'm definitely done, unless you're gonna finish that.
You can have it.
I'll put the smack down on these
my
gushers.
This just in. We have breaking
Hey.
news from the Budget Bits crew. We now go live to the Budget Bits crew where they are recording their 10th episode. Where? Yes. I'm here now with Justin, Dylan, Tyler,
I'm Justin.
and Marcus. How does it feel to be recording your 10th
Tyler.
episode?
I'm Tyler.
Who are you?
I'm everybody's favorite budget boy, Dylan Lakes.
Well-
Who are you?
Take a poll.
I'm Justin. Pizza Man Birchfield.
Tyler. I can't think of anything on the spot.
White overcoat Chambers.
We're
Fancy over the suits.
I'm not wearing an overcoat.
Yeah, we're here doing it.
And I am your very...
He's got the chips and salsa.
More chips and salsa.
Insert the anime glass.
Well,
Edit
that-
and post.
Okay.
Well, we've already established the episode title. It is going to be edit in post, so just spoiler alert there. Other spoilers!
Thought we agreed on the title, but then.
Yeah, it's whatever. I guess you
Whatever! Here we go.
make the freaking title 2 minutes into an episode every single time.
Today's
First
episode.
funny haha, and we're like, title!
We are.
That's the title!
This is our
Here's
10th
the-
episode, and if you cannot tell, we are actually recording in person at mi casa. I don't know the word for apartment off the top of my head. My apartment.
Apartmento.
Apartmento. Yes.
It is apartment.
So,
Thanks, man.
part number 1.
There you go, man.
We are going to be recapping and discussing our individual experiences with the way too horrifying game
Back up.
Labyrinthine.
Catherine.
Labyrinthine.
That's actually.
It's Labyrinthine. It's not Catherine. So we're going to be talking about that, rating the game, and all that other fun stuff. Part number 2. Justin, Dylan, and yourself. You know, fun fact, you're going to be pitching games. Anyway, I'm going to be also pitching party game titles. We're all going to be pitching party game titles
He's
to
broke.
this guy right here.
White overcoat guy.
Man, it's so
Got
That's
pizza
a little
rolls.
tip.
He's got pizza rolls too.
So if you haven't listened or watched
That's
our,
exactly what I do in my own house, by the way.
you should,
Whenever I'm brought up.
you should see me. I do the same thing all the time, and I live by myself, which that's kind of depressing. Hey, but speaking of views, there were quite a bit of views in our playthrough of the horror game, early access horror game, which came out what, a month ago?
No, it's been out for
No,
a
it's
year.
been out, yeah, a little bit.
I'm-
No, I don't think it was a
October,
year.
right?
November or October, yeah. I think
Was it?
Anyway, so
It hadn't been out.
but speaking of views and paths and things of that nature, yeah.
Okay.
Mazes. Mazes have both of those things, and we got lost in a bunch of them, trying to figure out Labyrinthine.
Labyrinthine.
Labyrinth, you're mixing Catherine.
Catherine.
What's
Labyrinth with I-N-E and
Anyway,
something.
Tyler's going to take us through this because it was his game-winning submission, so take it away, good sir.
Yes, I enjoyed it. I'm pretty sure I can speak for all of us saying it was a fantastic game.
Mm-hmm.
With the exception of Marcus, of course. Some explicits were dropped, but that's okay. We're only human. And Marcus is a big baby.
Marcus used a lot of
fancy.
not nice words, too.
So if you
'Cause
want to go,
he was scared.
if you want to see what actually happened, well, that will also be on the YouTube channel. So
Yeah.
You're not going to get my angle, you don't
get,
want my
you
angle.
get the full
It's
access
awesome.
of
Yeah.
what actually happened, what you went through. But the game was really, really good in my opinion for only being under a year old.
Yes.
There was 4 chapters, and I know they're making more on the way, at least up to 6, I believe is what it said when I looked up the game. By far, in my opinion, the best one was chapter 2, the hedge mazes. I don't want to spoil too much of it. Or are we doing spoilers? We're just talking about the
No,
game.
just don't say anything directly. Like, because there's a lot of
I
puzzles.
didn't really think there was
in
a lot of
this
spoilers.
game. So don't say, like,
Yeah.
There's-
directly how to solve the puzzles.
There's like some bits of there's an actual story which we won't go into. I didn't mention that. I'm sorry.
Right.
We won't go into that, and there are a bunch of different puzzles as one could expect from a puzzle type game, but we're not going to ruin that.
There
so.
wasn't enough spoilers to dedicate a whole section to spoilers.
This is
Right.
also
Just
true.
say that.
Right, okay.
Okay, or you just said it. There you go.
Basically, every chapter was the name of the game. It was a labyrinth. Basically, in every chapter. 3 was kind of on the edge of being a labyrinth, but then
It
kind
wasn't
of, it was more
maze.
straightforward.
It was more just
Go
wander
here, do this.
and hope you find it.
Yeah, it was the shortest chapter.
And don't forget to mention that Marcus wimped out in the third.
Yeah. Hey, so I did. We're just gonna get this out of the way.
It was past.
So,
it was past the
I did the first 2 chapters, and then the guys were like, "Hey, let's do this. Let's finish the game at like I don't even know an ungodly hour because I'm a
9:30.
grandpa." So
9:30 is
big
late.
shout outs to our boy Casey, aka Trash Gamer Gaming.
There it is.
I got it right. He filled in for me, and from what I understood, he was way better at it than I was. He was probably way more
He didn't
fun.
have the initial
Well-
reactions that you had,
Well,
but
right.
he played it really well.
yeah, I'm like, yeah.
And where he didn't play the first 2 parts, he was a little lost at first, but he picked it up pretty quick.
And he didn't hide the entire time, so that's a step up.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Cool.
He,
Yeah.
didn't, he didn't die like, I don't know, every 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Did he get caught behind a
No.
little hedge, the little?
I don't know,
thing?
Marcus, but that was one of my favorite parts. Is Tyler and Justin go left, and me and Marcus go right. And this is the first time we we hear like a rumbling, and these vines grow up between us, and Marcus's character is just spinning wildly, and he's screaming all kinds of profanity.
I hated
And I was
mine.
like, Marcus, just go back. He's like, ah!
No, see, here's like all I remember was like we're all together. We called it butt sniffing because we were literally all up each other's butts. Butt sniff gang, what up? Whatever.
What's
And
up?
and all I heard, we heard a like a squawking sound, and all I heard was left, and then instead of going left again, I immediately went right. As I went right, everyone went left, and then that's when I died. And then of course I got stuck with Tyler. I made that sound like a bad thing.
Wow.
Tyler got stuck.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tyler got stuck with me.
you.
Tyler got stuck with
That's
me.
more accurate.
Yes,
was
I'm
supposed
sorry.
to be, yeah.
Words me. No, you. I love you. Yeah, Tyler got stuck with me, and he was like, Marcus, calm. He was actually like trying to like calm me down. I was so angry. legitimately angry, and then we got separated, and I made Tyler pee himself. He was like, go back to the start! Go back to the start!
Like, the solution to it was easy. If you just die, you go back to the beginning, I could have met you there. But, like, that was one of the funniest interactions about the whole game, is just watching you. Because I know if the game was real life, that was Marcus. That is exactly what
I would do.
Stuck behind these vines, didn't know what to do.
Like, I'm not leaving.
Yeah, like, just come find my dead body.
Well, yeah, because I was with you guys, and then I got split up from the vines, and you were like, go back to the beginning, and I was like, okay. It's just
Just die, just get captured.
No, I just stared at the vines, and then like Tyler walks away, and then he comes back. He's like, "You're still here?"
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about
And then because I replayed.
He hadn't moved.
Oh my gosh, he was so angry.
But that was the cool thing about the game is it's not going to be the same every time we play it. There's no way, because the longer we played, the more the maze shifted, especially in Chapter 2. Chapter 4 is kind of set in its path, but 2 is ever changing. 2 is what made the game,
And
in
2
my opinion.
felt gigantic. 2
Oh my
felt
gosh.
bigger than Chapter 4.
Like
that was like if you want to show someone the game, Chapter 2 is where the game shines.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. So I'll go ahead and end my review. I would give this game probably, I'm going to say a 9 out of 10, because I really like the play style. The best part about the whole game was the glow stick colors. That was dope, figuring that out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
And the compass had no use at all.
Yeah.
But
No.
yeah, 9 out of 10, and I cannot wait for the potential for more chapters, because this game can get absolutely nuts.
I'm so excited.
Okay.
So,
Dylan?
It's you.
You me go first?
Oh,
we'll go Justin. We'll go
Okay.
Okay.
Screw
Okay,
you.
yeah, we'll go this way.
My turn.
Since I had the suit coat on for this.
Yeah, I did. I
Put
kept it on.
it back on.
All right.
Edit the post.
So I think we covered it pretty much. Everything. Whoa, I'm trying to make a review.
Boy, look at that.
So, first of all, I think it was fantastic. I loved it. I love scary games. Obviously, I picked it. I love scary games. And it barely, if you didn't watch the last episode, barely beat out Ultimate Chicken Horse. Ever so barely, just because I think it was a scary game.
2 very different games.
Very different games, but I like the scary games a little bit
And then
more.
lunch lady came in with bronze.
Okay, we're not going to talk about that. So,
Maybe in future episodes it'll come back.
maybe, probably not.
Probably not.
Maybe. The only thing I think the game, like 2 main things. First of all, the story.
It's almost
Sucked.
non-existent.
It wasn't there. There was no
No.
story whatsoever. I wasn't connected to anything in that thing. And second, the death mechanic. There's not really a bad thing that happens when you die. It's just kind of like a stinkers. I'm back at the start.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try it again.
Yeah.
There's not like oh, you're timed out for this long, or you're still there but you can't help anything anymore. I don't know. I feel like they could have done the death a little bit differently.
Sure.
But if they made like a story that was like engaging a little bit, because it was more so you just find these notes from this officer that's just ahead of you the whole time and just giving you little hints on how to progress the story. And that's pretty much the whole story. If they just developed that a little bit better, I think it'd be a better score, but I'm giving it an 8 out of 10 right now.
Okay.
But for scary standpoint, it's probably like a 9.5.
Yeah. No, for real.
Just on the spook factor alone.
Scare factor was
Scare
there.
factor alone is nuts. It's awesome. It's fantastic. It makes you feel lost so quick. You think there's no way this game can force us to split up and be absolute idiots for the next 3 hours of our lives.
So Labyrinthine, in my opinion, what it does better than, honestly, I think any game that I've played is isolation. It makes you feel alone in the most beautiful way possible. That seriously, I don't think I've ever, like, we compared it a little bit to Slender Man. And
Yes.
it was like the 8 notes or something like that.
Yes.
But that was a single player game. This is multiplayer, and you literally are in a maze and get separated and you just get lost. And it's such an, like I said, an isolating feeling, and I love that. I honestly think horror games should do that more often. Because comparing this to like our previous game that we played was Pacify, like in my opinion, it surpassed Pacify out of the water. I know that was a little hard. It's surpassified.
I love it.
But it's to me it was way more engaging and fun because I feel like we could play this again, and it could be different.
Yes.
And I still don't know. None of us freaking know the maze.
No.
It's so giant.
There's
Like,
no way.
there's no way
No
you
chance.
would really know.
We just stumbled upon everything.
There is no guidebook for this maze.
No. Yeah. But I loved it. The jump scares, the getting separated from each other and then running from something. It just so much fun. I will agree with Justin. I wish the campaign was a little bit more engaging in the storyline. But I mean, even with that, it's still such a good game, and I highly recommend it. I think I'm honestly between these two, and I'd give it an 8.5 out of 10. And really, mainly knocking it because of the storyline.
You didn't say bitch.
Oh, it must not be it.
Wow, it's not that good of a game.
8.5 bits. I apologize. Thank you for reminding me.
Wow.
Shut
Well,
down.
after 10 episodes, we're fine.
Shut down.
10 episodes, man. But yeah, I do agree with you with the death, because the death is scary like the first time,
Yes.
and it loses its luster. I hope that later they can do something more with that. Maybe, I don't know what they could do to fix it, instead of you just instantly going back to the beginning.
Yeah, it's kind of
'cause
hard.
it
Because you
does-
don't want to be annoying too.
Yeah.
Where you die and you're like, oh, well, I guess I can't play because
Yeah.
Because you,
I died.
Because you instantly going back to the beginning still is doing what I'm saying is the isolation. And
Yeah.
that's what to me, that's what I liked about the most. That, and obviously hearing Marcus' cries of terror were pretty enjoyable.
that's pretty good.
But yeah, I'm gonna go 8.5 out of 10 bits, because this game definitely gets my recommendation.
Justin.
Now you get to see Justin's face when I say bits.
It's every single time you say it. No, it's really not.
He actually usually leaves the room, but he can't right now.
Yeah,
That's true. That's fair.
That was
Usually
pummel.
on my phone the whole time Dylan's
That was
talking.
pummel party.
That was pummel party.
I just mute him in chat.
You hear his PlayStation controller disengage.
Or
like
just watching him
4
on
times.
Twitch. Dude, watching him on Twitch as you were like raging is hilarious.
Uh,
So I had to write down my thoughts because that's just the way my brain works. I will go ahead and say this, for me, this game was an 8 out of 10. This was easily one of the most horrifying experiences of my life. To go along with what Dylan was saying about the isolation thing, first and foremost, I would totally say I would recommend the game, and I think collectively we were recommending the game. I think it's best played with, or not. Okay, just stop. Don't stop watching. Keep watching, because there's more. Part 2. But I would definitely say that this game is meant to be played in a co-op setting. You could play it on your own. Would I recommend that? I'm not going to. I'm probably never going to. I don't want to play the game again, because I don't
Even
want
if you want to play co-op, you're gonna play solo at some point.
yeah, pretty
This is true, yes.
So
But-
you get the best of both worlds.
Yes.
But with 2 people would be tough.
Yeah, I definitely think, the max is 4. I think that's the sweet spot. I don't remember if this was early access or not, if we were just making... No, it is.
It is.
It is.
It is.
Yeah, so for this being early access, I think this was incredibly well done. I wasn't so much focused on the campaign side of things because
You were too scared.
I was way too scared. I'm gonna be honest. I wanted to, both my fear and my rage came out to the nth degree. And were there times where I was just not trying? Absolutely. Were there times I was trying? Yes. And then I got frustrated and I didn't know what to do. The other interesting
A
thing,
lot of times like that, actually.
in my video quality, it went downhill. I don't know. Now the one thing,
Yeah.
bloopers.
That's what we're doing now.
Bloopers.
Yeah. Part 3.
With the isolation thing, I know that's weird. Every time.
It's okay, let it out. Let it out.
With the isolation
We're never doing this
portion,
again.
there is a feature in the game when you're playing with other people with voice proximity. So if you all get too far away from each other, then you can't hear each other. For me, that was both like a relief and absolutely terrifying. Terrifying in the sense of if I stopped moving with the group for more than 3 to 5 seconds, I lost y'all.
Dunzo.
But if I could hear a voice, I was so happy. But then to find out that that voice was nowhere near me, my proximity, I was so upset.
Was it worse worse hearing the voice and then it fading, or being right on the other side of the hedge and you just cannot?
Oh,
get
it was
there?
right
There
on
were
the other
so
side
many
of the hedge.
times where you could hear like a little bit of a voice, and
It
you were
was-
on total
Yeah, that's-
opposite sides.
You could have
of the
been
hedge.
2 feet apart and you could
Yeah.
not get there.
And there's no way you could get there, but you can sit there and talk and be like, okay, I'm heading this way, and
And it didn't matter because
the proximity thing was great.
Yeah. I've never played a horror game like that. Like with Pacify, that was not. And I mean, honestly, like that's a very like sequential thing. But with Labyrinthine, that's definitely like as we've been saying, it's randomly generated. RNG, baby. Yeah, I know what that means. Sheesh, I'm a cool kid. I'm a boomer.
Oh
I know.
no.
Yeah, and hey, look at how I'm dressed.
That happened, by the way. That happened, Justin.
It did.
Dude,
I like
I'm-
seeing
this is
Justin's
rough.
size in real life now.
This is rough, dude. Modern memes, guys.
Yo, can't wait to watch this back in a year. Like,
Connecting,
what is
dude.
wrong with us?
Can't wait for our daughters to see this.
Oh. Should never see this.
Yeah,
Oh, they're dads.
We'll bury it.
We're
We'll
dads.
bury it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
we'll
the
bury it
lost-
together.
The lost episode.
The lost one.
Other than that, that's all I've got. I would what I recommended. Yes. What I personally played again, I'd really like to not. But is it going to happen at some point? It probably
I
will.
mean, chapter 5 and 6 will come.
Yeah, and we didn't actually tell Marcus, but we did make it to the end of the early access.
Yeah.
Like we
Wait!
got to a point where it was like,
Then I don't have to play.
Oh,
Yeah.
5 and 6.
well, no, it's still coming. It's gonna come back, and you're gonna have to play.
Wait,
We're gonna
please.
be
We're going to have to play back through
I
it
don't
to
think
figure
I have
out
more
what's going on.
notes.
right, because it might be long enough to where we forget.
It might actually.
I know I'm
add to the
almost
story.
done. Sorry, I was singing.
Wow.
I
I'm glad we're all-
See if I had more notes. Shut up. But I don't. Okay.
It literally comes up with like this
So
is the end of
freaking-
early access, but then puts you in like basically
lame.
a playground to just walk around to everywhere that you've been.
Dev Island, is that what it's called?
Yeah, like
Dev
a
Island.
yeah.
You
so
see
it's
all
like-
the assets of the game, except for the monsters, which we never
Oh,
really
yeah.
talked about this entire time.
I feel like
Well, that's
that's
kind of a spoiler.
Yeah,
that's
I
kind of
We'll keep the
Yeah.
monsters a secret, I think.
Monsters are secret. You gotta play them yourself.
you gotta find them in the
Yeah.
necklace.
Dummy.
Let us know what your favorite was.
Yeah, because there's some spooky ones.
Yes, you.
They
Yeah.
spooky.
Yeah, really spooky.
You mentioned the glow sticks, but we never explained that.
No need. It's glow sticks.
Glow sticks that glow. What
No,
about-
okay.
No, I-
Throw them down, light your path. There you go.
So it's
Wow.
wow.
It's subtle.
Okay, so to be more helpful, the glow sticks you can set your glow sticks to a certain color, so we each had different colors, so we could pretty much leave a bread trail for like other people to try to find us. And that was
Yes.
honestly one of the coolest, most useful mechanics in the
Huge
game.
lifesaver.
Yeah.
What was funny about it is like 50% of the time it was like it just kind of lets you think that you not thought you thought
Edited
you
for-
think you think you thought you knew where you were going, and then you follow the trail for like
We're appealing to the
15
TikTokers
minutes,
and Zoomers,
and then you
man.
have no idea if that person is dead already and they're not even on that trail anymore.
This is true.
Yeah.
That's what I experienced because I would follow trail after trail of glow sticks and nobody was ever at the end of them.
Yes.
The only one that you really couldn't do that on was chapter 2 because the hedges kept closing. So it's like
True.
Oh
you
my
walk
gosh.
glow sticks to a dead end. You're like, why?
Yeah,
why
but
is
you
this
wouldn't
here?
know. Yeah. But marking like important spots for everybody was also
Or like dead ends
Pretty
with like,
useful.
oh,
I
you dropped like multiple
I
things.
dropped
like,
a ton of glow sticks at a point to tell myself this is a dead end and there's nothing down here.
Yep.
I don't need to go down here anymore.
See, I got in the habit of like circling Marcus with glow sticks while he was freaking out.
Easy
Gotta
to
mess
do.
it up somehow.
Dude, no, you should have. When Tyler and I got separated, we were just staring at each other like, sweetheart, or whatever. Dude, I was like, lay them down for the big dogs, and then you could barely hear Tyler say, lay them down for the boys.
Oh, God.
And I was just like teabagging the.
I
whole
have to
time.
go back and listen to that at least because I have forgot. It's been a little bit.
It's-
It's been a couple weeks.
It
since
is
we played.
very NSFW. That's just it.
We had fun.
We do have fun.
And now.
But you know what's not fun? Costume Quest 2, and I can
Costume!
for sure say
Why would you?
ultimate confidence that this game was so much better, and I redeemed myself.
You are
He did.
for sure.
He
You
did
you
redeem.
redeemed it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's time for bitches, baby.
Can't say bitches in
Yeah.
pitches.
Yeah.
We're gonna mute every time he says that. Way too close. Are you ready to start? Because I'm gonna pull my notes out.
Pitches, please.
Pitches, please.
Peaches, please. Tyler, who's going
Notes are
first?
out.
Same order, or you want?
Let's reverse the order. We'll
Okay.
start with Marcus. Go back around.
All right. Oh no.
Oh, thank goodness. Get the meme one out of the way first.
Moving on.
Is he
All
still
right, here
not
we-
1-1?
No, I'm like, oh, and I don't even know what.
Oh, twist the dagger in his back. Why don't you?
He wants
Yeah, that's right. Oh, okay, never mind.
Why are you connecting? No! Oh my
Technical
gosh.
difficulties.
We're good at
Edit
this.
Post.
All right, never mind.
Speaking of pummel party, it's the off-brand.
Yo, this
Alright.
is early access pool party. Oh, it's typed out.
I didn't even look at this.
Developed and published by Mr. Vibin. Fight Party is the game I'd like to pitch for us. For you.
Yeah, just him. Not
For
us.
you.
We're not thinking.
We're not involved in
Yeah,
this.
just look at him. Let's look at the camera too.
Whoa! Whoa! It's mine!
But he didn't.
You about started the fight a
Pitch me
little
every
early.
day.
Pitch me double daddy.
Fight Party is a split-screen online multiplayer fighting game that allows for combos, weapons, and throwable hazards to defeat your foes. Be the last one standing in the maps to offer, each having their own unique theme and style that allows for different strategies and fights to occur. Whether if it's playing around or having a full-on competition, Fight Party's random map generation and weapons allow for a new battle to occur every single round. Have a refreshed experience every round, or pick and choose between what weapons you'd like to spawn. But however, there can only be one winner. 2 to 8 players, split screen multiplayer, random items, theme levels, random level generation with varying sizes, theme sudden death for each map, easy to learn using fighting and combo skills, and throwable hazard ball that generates a random event. $4.99.
Snuck the price right in there. $4.99. What was that last part? What did you say? You said it so fast.
Well, he said it. 49.
$4.99.
$4.99.
Have I ever been vocal about hating following Marcus?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. No,
So let's throwable hazard ball that generates a random event.
Throwable. Okay. Nice.
Love throwables, you know.
Jeez. You're the one. Ooh.
Okay, so it's, what'd you say? 2 to 8?
2 to 8 player,
Eight.
split screen, online multiplayer.
Is it like, is it like on one screen, one stage that you're fighting on?
Multiple screens. One
No, I know, but like one stage?
stage.
He's asking if it's like Smash.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a 3D stage.
Oh, is it top down? Oh no. This is, okay.
Have you played Custom Robo?
Yes.
Just like that style.
No need to pitch, guys.
But it's not custom robot.
Oh.
It's not.
It's
It's
Fight
not.
Party.
Marcus definitely just.
Does that look
just,
like Fight Party?
He definitely just
That
searched the
just,
word
like,
party and
skyrocketed.
picked the first one.
That doesn't look like custom robo. That looks like blocks hitting each other.
Okay, for the viewers,
They can see it.
they
They saw it.
can see it.
They can't see it.
Yeah, we
This
popped
time
it
they
up.
can see it.
Sheesh, Marcus! Sheesh!
Well, alright, I'm gonna die.
For the
after that.
listeners, I guess.
I like to overuse memes.
Yeah, I guess there's listeners. Alright, well.
I guess
Your turn.
there's my picture.
Oh,
Rounds.
sadness.
Wait. Or is he an upside down happy face?
Don't know.
The one on the left is clearly angry.
He's very angry.
And then what's
You got
the
the anime little red thing.
and the O in rounds? Are they like oh or sheesh?
I like the Kamehameha balls.
Yes. All right, let's do it.
Pitches.
Pitch, please.
All right, my pitch is rounds. Wave your noodle arms around to assert dominance. Experience hype-filled dueling. Shoot, block, and jump your way to victory with your shotgun rocket launcher that shoots heat-seeking bouncy missiles or one of the other 11.2 million different power-up combinations. From the creators that brought you Stick Fight, Rounds is a 1v1 roguelite shooter where each round gets more intense as you go. The losing player of each round unlocks clever upgrades to create a better build to counter their opponent. That's right, a roguelite that pits you against each other every round in new and clever ways. With over 1,500 overwhelmingly positive reviews since its release just last month, it may be time that we get some 1v1 competitions going here at Budget Bits. Many reviews and players currently are begging for a 2v2 option, so hopefully we will see that in the future as well. But as for now, I'm just excited to get into this with each and every one of you. Rounds is not yet rated, but comes in at a very cheap price of $5.99 on Steam only. So let's make this personal and settle it mano y mano. Landfall's new game, Rounds.
Are you redeeming yourself from the roguelike? No, that was you.
That was him. Yeah.
Listen,
This is actually a
you
roguelike.
didn't have to bring it up.
Yeah, he brought it up, but this is
But I
actually
did.
a roguelite, so I want the audience to know this is actually a roguelike. Did I
We'll have to verify.
Did I strike a nerve?
that it's actually
Did I strike a nerve?
Listen, I made a mistake.
Listen.
Jesus forgave. Be more like him.
Okay.
I think Tyler needs to talk now.
Yeah. You got any questions?
How is it roguelike? Like it's a
Okay,
fight,
so-
it's a 1v1. How?
Okay, so it's a roguelike because as you progress with each round,
Yeah.
like say me and you are fighting,
Mhm.
and I beat you. Okay, so you would get
That
upgrades.
can happen by going.
You would get the choice of like 3 or 4 upgrades to upgrade your character, and then we would go head to head again at every single round as you progress.
So you would never. Okay, so if you did like 3 rounds, and I won 2 rounds right out of the get go,
I
that
would
last
just-
round you wouldn't have upgrades, but I would have 2 upgrades.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So basically,
How's that even fair?
if someone's better than you, that's what makes it fair because the person that's not doing as well gets the upgrades.
Oh, the one that's not winning.
Yeah, the one that loses gets the upgrades
Oh.
to make it even. Yeah.
Okay.
And
I like
this
that.
this is like mouse and keyboard, so you can aim and you shoot guns and you get like heat-seeking bullets, rocket launchers, all kinds of stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So I
And
don't shoot you.
but it's a kill shot. But yeah,
I'll kill you.
But the graphic you're seeing, it is very much like I said, shoot, heave ho kind of graphics,
Ah, you said shoot.
and it's yeah. But you jump around, aiming, shooting at each other, and it, yeah.
Oh,
I like it. So you have a billet. Like what is the glowing balls there?
I think it's like your life. Like you have an HP bar. It's not like you shoot once and you get hit and you're
Okay,
dead.
so it's not instant.
Mm.
No, you have HP and you're taking each other out.
Okay.
Unspottable.
That's my game to pitch, Marcus.
Look at those eyes. Oh my gosh.
What about Falcon Punch?
So, my game is Unspottable.
Yeah, you can read it.
Oh,
Guys, remember the game Guess Who?
Yes.
And everyone knows hide and seek. Well, let's combine the two and create the game Unspottable. Unspottable is my party game I brought to this episode. Although it is local multiplayer only, it is still supported by Steam Remote Play for the PC users.
Mm.
So the game starts with everybody dropped into a map with no indication on who is who. You have to figure out who you are on the map by your inputs. Along with everyone playing is about 15 other robots who are just artificially walking around with no purpose in life, which is, we can all relate to. I mean, look at us.
Sheesh!
With 12
Really getting by.
With 12 maps to choose from, each one has a special rule in place that can either make it easier to find each other, score more points, or just make it more stressful. For example, I played the demo. There are 3 maps available: Meadow, Sushi Bar, and Prison. The Meadow will slowly kill off the robots, and real players will be much easier to detect as there's less and less players on the field.
Mm.
Sushi bar has a conveyor belt full of sushi, and you are able to eat. If you're able to eat all the sushi and leave the restaurant before being punched by one of your fellow players, you will get extra points and end the game early. And lastly, the prison has spotlights which will reveal robots as soon as they cross over them, so players have to avoid spotlights or they'll be immediately detected.
Oh, that's dope.
In addition to the map specials, some maps allow players to use distractions when chaos ensues, and they can force all of the players to focus on one thing away from all of the chaos. So in the sushi bar, a rat runs in. If you hit just one button and someone's like coming up trying to punch you, you can hit one button and a rat will run into the room, and the camera zooms in on everybody's perspective, and you have to follow this mouse until he leaves the room, and then it zooms back out and you can see the entire room.
Yo.
Unspottable has a 94% positive recommendation rate on Steam and is available absolutely everywhere. PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, PC, Microsoft, and Mac. If you enjoy torture. And what's that? Justin just maxed out the budget again and submitted a $10 game? You better believe your pizza rolls it did.
Very nice.
I meant to do that.
Mic drop. I like it.
It's shattered.
I love this graphic.
You know those like those murder party games, kind of
Where you snipe
where, yeah, like you're from the balcony and you see like 30 party guests.
I know the game you're talking about, but I can't think of the name of what it's called.
I think
Um,
it's party guests or something.
Kind of reminds me of that.
It's
in a way.
like that, yeah. You have to.
So
blend in
you
with the crowd.
said you don't know where you are, but you have only by your inputs of what you.
Mhm.
Oh
So,
my
like, if
gosh.
there's a
So
square,
you might not know
all
where
the
you are.
models drop in, and just like if you hit left, you have to look for a model that's going left and figure out, okay, that's me, and then you go down and you're like, okay, he's going down now. That's my person. Because all four of us
I
are
see.
fighting each other. We're
Mm.
trying to punch each other and knock each other out.
So it's
Wow.
not just the one person trying to escape from three.
No,
it's
it's
everybody.
everyone's
attacks,
trying to escape
so-
everybody.
That's wild.
That's cool.
So
That
what?
is
I
cool.
got a question. What's the penalty for punching a robot?
You get stunned and everyone sees you punching a robot and knows that you're a real
Expose
person.
you.
Now
That's what I
there
figured.
is a map. It's called Arena, which I just saw this while researching it. There's that the robots will punch others now, and if you get
Oh,
punched by a
no.
robot, you're just out.
Oh, that's not okay.
Yeah,
Lord.
but yeah, no. If you punch something and it's not right, you're stunned for a second because you'll like punch and then you'll sit there and like look around and recover a second. There's like a half second of just delay. So everybody else,
Wow.
you reveal your location to everybody because as soon as you punch the right person, you win. You're right, you win.
How many players is this?
This is up to 4.
Up to 4.
Up to
So
4
you just
and
gotta
up to-
punch one person?
If you punch one, you get the point for the round.
Wow.
Gotcha. Okay.
And you can play with the demo I played. It said you could play best or first to 5, but I'm sure you can change it. I don't know what the exact values are. You can change it to. You could probably make it unlimited until you want to stop.
Does this game have your E for everyone rating?
Yeah. It's very easy for everyone.
I just didn't know 'cause
no
you're
gruesomeness.
'cause you're punching
Literally
people.
just punching people.
Those eyes.
Are very bulgy, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
The riot is like, dang!
So you
Did he just?
So you did mention you were maxing out our budget. I do want to.
Oh, yeah.
We have said this on social media, but for our 10th episode, we are
Oh,
making
yes.
our budget
Yes.
$10. So all of these games are under $10 for sure. But
Should have said that before, but
Yeah, just wanted to clear that up.
we're here now. We do this all the time.
But I
We
will
do.
say, I think you got. I
Professional.
think you got 3 solid games to choose from though.
I know, not 2 like usual. If Marcus is bitching. So,
It's like hey, custom robo.
calling his
Alright,
shots.
Slurm
man.
answer, I sent out a dud. Alright, let's go on. I dog myself now.
Truth.
Now it's on you, dog.
Okay.
There's spikies. There's definitely
Oh,
spikies
yeah.
going on.
I think I'm gonna go with Unspotted.
No!
Yeah, this game sounds really, really fun.
You all can suck it.
The other ones sound pretty fun too, but this one just has a different aspect to it. I like that.
That's a man. No, I gave you an opportunity.
no, I
gave you an
I
opportunity.
accepted you with that. That's a good.
We got it on video. Scoot.
She scooped.
She.
It's okay.
I hate my life.
Very cool.
That was a hard one to surpass. 'Cause like,
but Dylan and Marcus, you all had some really good pitches. These
you
are
all
some
did
good
good, but it kind of sucked in the end.
You got the silver and the bronze. You didn't get the gold.
Yeah.
Okay, was your second pick?
There wasn't one.
Ah,
I don't want to be that guy.
I was gonna give you an opportunity to dab on Marcus.
No, I ain't gonna be that guy.
We believe in you so much, Marcus.
We lift you
We
up in this
do.
podcast.
We lift you up.
I'm like what, 1-9, 1-8.
Hey, that's one.
I'm like worse than the New York Jets.
Bro,
That's
I've only won
sports
twice.
I've only won once.
You judged the first one, so it's like you gotta.
Yeah, you got a
You grandfathered in.
That's like a
Free
the
round.
middle spot in bingo.
Yeah, free round.
So you got two.
Yeah.
I had to earn mine.
Yeah, seriously.
You both did have
You need to
two
step it up a
bangers
little
though.
bit, honestly.
Pummel Party and Labyrinthine.
Yes.
So
But
I ain't mad at that.
Unspottable was the banger this time.
fair enough.
You can't.
Unspottable
respect
sounds.
Hey, I accept.
I respect Dylan's sound.
You can't.
No,
I still
you
probably
can't spot how I'm feeling right now if you're
It
listening.
is
to this.
unstoppable. Thank you, Tyler, for picking my game.
It does
It
look very
sounds.
fun.
It like I said, it's different than the other two, and the fact that you can basically make the game random for yourself too, because you can just control
This is true.
and random whatever you want.
Yeah. Well,
We-
you're trying
we-
to.
we
That's the
picked-
thing. You're trying
we
to
picked
blend
fighting
in with the
games.
robots. They have their own
That's what
movement because
we-
they'll just
Mine
like
had
run a
guns.
direction, stop.
Mine had fighting.
Run a direction, stop, or they'll just walk, and you have to
But
like,
his
try to
has
mimic
punching.
their movements while
It's
also
fine.
trying to do objectives
Yeah.
too. And it's rough because you can't just. Oh, I see them.
See,
I'm gonna
it's-
run at you because
it's
then
got-
they're gonna be like, nope.
It's got kind of like an Among Us, but with
It's a little
like
Among
Among Us with Guess Who.
Oh, I'm
It's
killing.
imposter
I'm
style, yeah.
killing you every single time.
He's throwing.
But how you gonna know it's me?
Oh. Yeah, boom, later.
So okay, I am curious about that. Now, obviously, there's one. I still have a question though.
Okay.
So if you punch me, the round just ends, and they get no
as
points.
As far as I knew, I couldn't test it with 4 people, so I don't know. So how I tested that, I plugged in my controller and a keyboard, and I just kind of ran 2 hands on it and see how it played. So you could be awarded more points, but I know this for a fact. Even if the round doesn't end, everyone knows you just punched somebody. So they're going to try to make their way to you without making themselves obvious.
It's gonna go
so
really
I'm
quick.
a person running directly
But
at
that
you.
would be the time to use that item that you said it zooms
Distraction,
up on.
yes.
Right.
I was gonna say that's what
So
I'm
as soon as
curious
you
about.
punch
is how
someone,
to
you
get
can
out of
hit
that
distraction.
situation.
I think that's from
Even
what
distract
I've
you.
heard. I
Wow.
think that's the only way.
But only some maps have the distraction thing too. You can't
Mhm.
use it on everything.
So I wonder if each map has its own distraction or something similar. Because there's
well,
got to be a way that if you punch somebody, there's got to be a way to hide in every map.
yeah.
That's just kind of unfair if it's not.
Well, I can say this with the prison map, there was switches that you could turn off the spotlights,
Mhm.
and it would make the whole room
Oh,
go
okay.
dark.
So I'm sure each map does
You have to run over that, and
something
then,
like that.
yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
But there was only 3, and there was 12 maps you could do.
Yeah, that sounds
That's
really
just the demo.
I was getting real strong like Luigi's Mansion vibes too.
kind of a little bit.
Oh,
Wii U.
from the Wii U, yeah.
Wii U, Nintendo Land.
Nintendo Land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's immediately what my mind went through. And I was like, oh,
I remember playing that with y'all. Oh my
We
god.
played it a lot.
Love some
That
more.
and the candies.
that's always fun to come back to.
Candies, man.
Justin, good job.
Bravo.
Too late now.
Well,
no,
whatever.
yeah.
Thank you, Dylan.
Jen.
Gentlemen,
Hey, at least I'm wearing my jacket. Or at least my full outfit.
Didn't even wear a coat.
I want to respect you.
Well, you're
All
not
right.
wearing a coat either, so. All right. Time to.
Alright, well,
That's it.
I think it's time to wrap this
Go
up.
home.
yeah,
Tired of looking at y'all's ugly
Ugly
mugs.
mugs. Is that like those where I was going?
It was.
Catch the ball in the
ball in the cup, ball.
You
and,
won.
and to clarify to everyone else listening, Tyler bought a bell, and that's what you're hearing.
Now the real test is when you go back and listen to this episode, how many times did we ring the bell and how many times did we say sheesh? I don't know.
Are you gonna go back and count?
No.
I'm not.
I will.
Okay.
Okay.
Tyler will.
Well, I have to go back and listen
Submit
to
your
the audio
answers
anyway.
to Tyler.
Yeah, just at he's not
And he'll
on
say,
he's not on social media.
"Sheesh." There's
I am.
one.
If you just
I'm on the
if
Twitter.
you
Oh, you're on
just type
Twitter.
in Google at Tyler, it'll get to him.
Yeah.
Send us
Sure,
emails
right.
because we don't have any.
Yeah, do
I
that.
would love an email.
Even if it's just like, shut up.
Yeah.
Like,
just-
hey, you're here.
It
Sheesh!
doesn't have to be an email, Facebook post, Instagram, whatever. I don't know.
We're
Tickles your
lonely.
fancy.
Email is old fashioned, and that's really all I have a go to. So
Hey, but speaking of reaching out, well, first off, yes, thank you. Reach your hand to ours and say this prayer with them.
we love you.
All right, we love.
Marcus, we're trying to be inclusive of
Hey,
everybody.
so thank you for watching, for
Thank you,
listening.
peepers.
Yes, we're engaging all the most of your senses.
And 20th episode, we're coming to your house
Yeah.
for the touchies.
Whoa!
Wait, no,
Yeah.
we got candy.
Yeah, we're touching your bits.
Edit that in post. Alright, so thank you so much for tuning in to episode number 10 of Budget Bits, a video game podcast dedicated to highlighting the best video game bits for your budget. How can you reach out to us or get in contact with us? You should follow us, yes.
Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook at Budget Bits. Twitter,
Question.
yes.
Instagram.
At Bits Budget,
We have an Instagram?
Yep.
Interesting.
Talk to you.
yes.
I didn't know that.
Peekaboo, and Twitter at
Bits Budget.
yeah. You should also send us an email or anything like that at budgetbitspodcast@gmail.com. Yeah.
Now YouTube.
YouTube.
Where this is at?
Budget Bits,
Right here.
baby. Double sheesh.
Sheesh.
Double sheesh.
Hey, thank you guys for putting up with us. For real.
We're
You stuck around this long.
we are
Yeah,
so.
I'm bravo to you.
Like, I'm gonna be honest. I love wearing out memes, but I know this is too much for me. I'm too much for me. I'm sending myself to bed.
Taking your memes off.
Take it.
Yo,
Alright.
I put my
Wrap it
pants
up.
on for this.
That was very unspottable. That made no sense.
They didn't. I winked
That
it
was
away.
probably the worst segue you've ever done.
Alright, well, I got a fight party to go to because I got rounds on me. So.
Oh my god.
Oh, thank you for listening and watching.
Say the winning one.
Oh, and
You
tune
got
in to episode 11, where we will be recapping our playthrough of Unspottable, and where we will be pitching games. Well, I'm a lifetime pitcher. It's fine. Where I will be pitching.
At least you're not a catcher.
Oh,
Forever the backseat pitch.
Oh, you beat me to it.
the backseat pitcher. Oh. Me and
Boys of Power Mom.
And Tyler and Dylan will be pitching
You that
games
bitch all the
to
time.
Justin for judging. I guess just also clarify this. We're going back to our regular budget of $15. Any kind of game goes, and it does. I have no room to talk because I know my place, and that's okay.
Respect.
And we're probably going to do another way episode 20. Maybe.
Yeah,
Probably.
Might be something different.
Maybe
we don't know.
before.
New theme.
Maybe
Hey.
before.
Maybe
know.
before. Could be 17.
Freaking 13 and a half.
Who freaking
13.5
knows?
episodes.
Shut up.
Who knows? Let's end it.
You guys.
All right,
not him.
yeah,
Yeah,
we're
feels
I
good.
respect
we're
him.
gonna-
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. It's not Marcus.
Respect the coat.
And thank you for voting.
Thanks
That was
for
part of
voting,
the
yeah.
game.
Thank you for
That was
yes,
great.
That's awesome.
for those voting. Until next time.
Stay classy.
Peace out.
Stay fancy.
Stay fancy.
Yes.
Yes.
Stay
Get a
fancy.
suit coat.
Get a suit coat.
Get sparkling.
Get a bell.
red
Get
soda.
a job.
Get a bell.
First, get a job. Stop listening to the podcast and watching YouTube.
And go make that money.
Go to work.
Get
Get those pizza rolls, baby.
Go.
dude,
All
make
right.
those
Click
pizza
off.
rolls.
All right.
All right, yeah, we're
Why are you here?